third match today was also important in the battle for that all-important third spot. At Richmond, it was Glenelg who were trying to halt a losing streak up against West Adelaide. And the pressure was really on, with a major incident coming at the 18-minute mark of the first quarter.
Carey's bulk winning out again. He's got too much physical strength for Williams. High ball from Spawn. Rosser caught under it. Oh, Salisbury. Brilliant mark, but he's run straight bang into Lamb. Straight up the front. And Salisbury, I think, will having a bit of a sleep. Another one to Butterick now for Shaw. Seemed to get the boot into Butterick, and it's players being pulled apart, Shaw and Kidney. And Scott Salisbury has not moved back on the half-back line. He certainly will be stretching off. And it could well be the same story up at half-forward left for Butterick. Could well be the same story. So this is not good news for Glenelg. At the 18.5-minute mark of his first quarter, 2 casualties, Butterick there, and Scott Salisbury being helped onto the stretcher, and he certainly is unconscious and looking a very sick and sorry boy.
Gee whiz, this match has really come to life. It's been a spectacular opening term, and suddenly within the space of 15 seconds, 2 Tigers in big trouble. 2 stretchers on the ground. It's looking a bit like MASH at the moment. Yes, well, both Scott Salisbury and Craig Budrick were stretchered off the ground. Fortunately, Salisbury was back on the interchange bench by the third quarter. But that incident and what came from that really put some feeling into the rest of the match. Now, we pick up our highlights at the start of the second quarter with West a narrow leader.
Glenelg virtually down to 18 men and trail by 8 points as we start the second term, a fiery first term. Kernahan kicks it wide. It'll bounce out of play, and there'll be a throw-in coming up to the half-forward left flank for Glenelg. West Adelaide, greater momentum in the first term, got away to a 15-point lead. But Glenelg came back in the latter part to trail by 8 at that first change. Clever football by Lamb, got it into the path of Spawn. He tried to draw his run a long way, allowed to go. Beautifully balanced player, another long run. He's chipped to the goal square. Big Malcolm there, not quite. Woodhall snapshot at goal. It's a point only. West Adelaide by 9 points now in the first minute of play in the second term.
Not sure what umpire Kevin Chambers does for a living. I'm sure he's not a real estate agent. Kieran Spawn was let to get away with about 30 metres in between each of those, or that one bounce, leading up to it and afterwards. Now Hewitt. Takes the ball back towards the centre wing. Hall well downfield. Goss the fly. Marshall got it to Grenvold. Too high for McDermott on centre wing. Brought down was Burgess, bursting through it to Lamb. Had one bounce. It's on again behind play. And as play goes on down towards the forward pocket, there's a free kick picked out, but still a tangle on centre wing. McDermott this time picking himself up. He was in the middle of some action last week too. Has recovered sufficiently though. While all that's happened, Shane Malcolm, the kick right in front of goal. He's got 2 already, coming within a minute of each other late in the first quarter. Directly in front. Find it hard to miss from there. Number 3. Good start for the Bloods. They lead 5-6 now. Glenelg 3-3.
Well, back to a 15-point lead. Regardless of how you get as long as they go on the scoreboard. But West Adelaide grabbed the initiative from Glenelg. It's 3/4 of the way through that first term. And that goal certainly puts the initiative back in their favour. Glenelg, after losing 2 players in a matter of half a minute. Salisbury going down Butterick. And down to reduced to 18 players. consolidated a little in the latter part of the first term, but now they're looking to not chase jumpers. Carey looking for Marshall. Going to work through there. Kernahan gave it to Maynard. A floating punt kick through half forward. Too many players flying. Spawn, clever. Swings it wide to Burgess. He was put down after he got rid of the ball. Burgess up to half forward. Murphy and Goss. The ball not favouring Goss. Now he's got it. Cleverly past Murphy. Chips into the path of Woodhall, and that's good football from West Adelaide. Excellent use of the ball. And Dale Woodhall, a shot at goal from an acute angle. He's on the better side for a right foot kick. West Adelaide momentum, and Carey goes down behind play from Shaw. Glenelg in there now. Oh, it's action-packed. Absolute spite coming into the game. Those two, Carey gets up the result of Shaw, and it's on for Young and Old. This is about the fourth incident we've had so far in this game. The umpires now Wayne Stringer and O'Reilly having a tete-a-tete. Seaman O'Reilly being spoken to.
Well, there's no way at all that was involved in the play, because the play had stopped, and having a set shot for goal, he was the man right in the middle of it, the man who's arguing with the umpire now, Neville Shaw. And what's more, he was right in the thick of things in the first quarter as well. Carey ended up with a free kick, so that was stupid play. The chance of a goal has gone begging for the blood. And I'll tell you what, they're going to be lucky if they don't get a couple of reports there. Down goes Forster. Number 22 that time, not 32.
The umpires really need to start doing something about taking control. That's the third one that's gone down, all from head-high tackles.
Malcolm got up high. Lamb, the shot at the goals is good. It's great. His first. The Bloods doing it well on the scoreboard. 6-6 now. 42. Glenelg 3-3-21.
Well, Clayton Lamb himself the victim of a head-high tackle in the first quarter when he was put down for the count. Making the most of that attack, coming in and hooking it brilliantly from the centre-half forward spot. So it's a 21-point lead to West Adelaide, who are winning everything at the moment. Double the scoring shots, double the score. Carey and Williams. Carey's tapped beautifully to Marshall, who tumbles it in through half forward. Hall's now out at centre half forward, tapping it on, giving Kidney the run of the ball. Back past Burgess, and there's another one. The umpire giving the free kick to Kidney. The little fella does duck back under. There's not all that much action being taken against these head-high tackles by the arm mainly. The pass is on, Woodland's on the end of it. And now Craig Woodlands has an opportunity to kick his second goal of the game. He got the first one for Glenelg, the first of the game. Now a 45-degree angle. A bit of a cross breeze starting to blow up in what are otherwise perfect conditions. Glenelg needing a goal. Woodlands in a position to do something about it. He's got the distance, not the accuracy. So 20 points separate the sides, with West Adelaide leading.
Gee, there's a fair bit of feeling out there. Burgess sends it out towards the scoreboard flank. Knocked on by Woodlands. The ball ended up with him. McDermott under pressure. 3 to beat. Head-high tackle. That was simply one a little bit high, and they thought about going on with it again. Free kick going away of McKinnon. Grosser. Towards the wing. Hall is back there. One hand, a beauty. Controlled it with one. Got it with a second. Stringer. Down towards half forward. Kernahan. But Seabohm, in fact, well out from full forward. Tried to give it to Marshall. It wasn't good. Burgess. To the wing. Underneath it. The mark taken by Herbert. Tackled by Wayne Stringer. He is really fired up at the moment. His opponent is Neville Shaw, so he's seen a bit of it. Woodhall. Good lead and a delightful pass. So Woodhall, who had the opportunity, was about to kick the goal about 5 minutes ago when it all erupted. And now he's got another opportunity, this time the angle not so bad. Yet to kick a goal today. Soon changes that. The Blokes are dominating here at Richmond. 7-6 now. That's 48. Glenelg 3-4, 22 and in trouble.
Well, 8 minutes into the second term, and West Adelaide certainly putting their stamp on this game. They're using the ball much better in attack than their counterparts at Glenelg. Woodhall taking the pass nicely for his first conversion, and coming from an era where Seabaum had no one at all to kick to ahead of centre-half forward. Williams and Carey. This time Williams gets the tap. Murphy trying to work through. Interference will go his way. McDermott, who had bolted, not played to advantage. And Murphy, now called to play on, kicks it up high. There wasn't much purpose in that kick. It spilled through Burgess' hands, but he gets a free kick, or Patterson, in fact, who gets the free kick for a high tackle. Winter provides the run. High ball, half forward. Murphy almost, big Carey, clever agility. Gives it back looking for Wayne Stringer. A quick kick forward will find Winton. Still the defensive side of their half-forward area. Now driving in, Tony Hall. Throwing the ball away. O'Reilly taken to ground and will get the free kick as Glenelg continue to chase jumpers.
Little Ray O'Reilly. He doesn't mind it rough. Former sailor. Kicks it out through the middle. Good grab. That's Big Goss. Glenn Goss giving them something at centre-half forward at this match. He's in the middle of the ground now, left footer. He chips it down towards Carey, not where it was directed, not where it was intended rather. Hand passes end up with one of the interchange players, McFarlane, and now Hall, who's moving pretty well. He's down half forward, finds Maynard. Gradually working the ball down. Forward line started off pretty well in the first 10 minutes or so, but it's quickly quietened down. Murphy sends it in badly, finds only Kieran Spawn. He's at centre-half back. Spawn goes down looking for a couple of teammates. From the back it was Shaw who tried to get up high. Now the opportunity again for Maynard. Got the bouncing ball. Sends it down towards Kidney, but too long for him, taken by McDermott. Chip in short, Hewitt. Now he decides to look at the goals. Runs in and bangs it through. And you can't say they didn't try for that. They really played possession football, working it around, finding the appropriate men, and finally the opening was there for Mark Hewitt, his first.
It's taken Glenelg 11 minutes to get a goal in this second term, and the men that are starting to bring them back into the game, the likes of McDermott, Maynard, ball getters, the carriers, the link men are always there, and they're starting to slowly consolidate for Glenelg. Carey and Williams. Good bounce, very high. Carey's tapped beautifully to Marshall, cleverly to Alan Stringer. Awkward kick, but it's found Woodlands. It's effective enough. And Glenelg now beginning to get some cohesion. Craig Woodlands brought back into the side as an elusive opportunist half forward. There's a chance now directly in front. Might test his kicking ability by way of length. Looks good. Goal number 2 to Craig Woodlands. So Glenelg, with 2 goals in the space of a minute, have cut the deficit to 14 points.
My word, they needed to do that because, of course, the Tigers have lost their last 3 matches now. 2 or 3 anyway, and they were not looking so good at the start of this quarter when West Adelaide really kicked away with 3 quick goals. They're gradually starting to peg back that deficit. 48 plays 34 now. They need to regain some confidence, some system before the finals. Kick high, not covering much distance. Clash of players. Mornay pulls players out of the way. Spawn got the kick forward, finds Goss. He's a left footer, likes to move in that way. Beautiful. Delightful stuff from Goss, and another good lead offered by Woodhall. We've seen him chip it down to the full forward a couple of times in this quarter. Really does dispose of the ball well. Now Woodhall has kicked one, and with each of his opportunities, the angle is improving. He's close to dead in front now, only about 35 metres out. No problems again. The quick reply from the Bloods as Woodhall gets his second. West now 8-6, leading by 20 points. Glenelg 5-4.
Well, West Adelaide not to have the initiative pulled away from them. Quick kick coming out from Spawn, who's playing well in the centre. And Goss looking $1 million today. Really produced a great disposal to find Woodhall. And the full forward certainly not letting him down with 2 goals so far. Bit of a breeze springing up across the ground. Sun shining. Carey's tap, not able to move it out. Trying to work through his kidney. The umpires call that a draw, and there'll be another bounce. The fire's gone out of the game temporarily. And just as well, one might say. Awkward bounce. Wall of players there. Spawn always run down by 2, but he's tackled high. Kieran Spawn gets the free kick just ahead of half-back. Covers a lot of territory, keeps the ball low. It's well directed, but Winton getting in the way. The half-forward is nearly down to half-back. Uses Carey. Lamb almost ran him down. In for Kidney, runs into his own teammate Alan Stringer. Got out of that well. Winton fires it into the half-forward spot, and Tony Hall, good judgment. Plays on quickly, chips out for Seabohm. Got him. Luckily got under McKinnon. It will have been another head-high job. So John Seabohm, 1 goal. Certainly not outside distance. There's no angle to speak of. That's a better kick. The kick of the specialist full forward. Number 2 for Seabohm. And Glenelg now back to 14 points once more at the 15-minute mark.
Yes, it's pretty well goal for goal in this quarter. After the Bloods kicked away with those 3 quick ones, the Tigers came back with a couple, then West, then Glenelg again. But West Adelaide still with a very handy 14-point break. They seem to have the answers at the moment, although things have improved for the Tigers over the last 5 minutes or so. Now, big Shane Mountain, the tall fellow in ruck. Carey did the roving. Beautiful stuff from Peter Carey. It was an awkward bounce, so he didn't attempt to take it. Winton, can he kick a goal? He can! No! Oh, dear, deserving of a goal. Oh, well, Peter Carey, when the spring goes out of his heels, he might keep playing as a rover.
Kennedy the kick in. Larkins let loose. The mark. Lead from Carl Herbert, but he's gone high looking for Big Malcolm. Spoil Carey. Charging through with Shaw, who left it behind him. Grenfell seizes. Wide out on the flank. Maynard's there. Kennedy comes in. Maynard's hook shot was done in a hurry, but it's effective. Peter Maynard, goal number 1 for the day. And back comes the Tiger, 7 points down.
Well, that was a beautiful goal from Maynard. The ball was kicked in from Grenvold. It was a little bit awkward for Maynard. He didn't have too many options except to quickly look at the goals, put it onto his left boot. He put it up high and then hoped, and he hoped it all the way through. Good goal. So now Glenelg have kicked 4 out of the last 5 goals after conceding 3 at the start. And overall, it's 4 goals each this quarter. The margin only now 7 points. Stringer got the second of the knocks. Spawn brought down by Kidney. Umpire Hilton decides he'll bounce it. Still in the centre square, Malcolm. Big pack of players there. Marshall couldn't get it out. Ran straight into Kidney then. He got it out to Glenelg. Now to Marshall. And at long last, they get themselves clear. Right half forward. Who's back there? Mornay. Bad bounce for him. Goes a second time. That was Kennedy. Well done. Out to Winter. On to McKinnon. Back he can go in towards the middle of the ground. The kick from Shaw. And it's on again behind play. Up and half back left. Play goes on though. Goss the opportunity. He's a left footer. He looks at the goals. He bangs it through. Oh, good stuff, you bloods. Eyes only from the goals from Glenn Goss. He didn't worry about the scuffle at left half back. And the Bloods again lead by 13.
Goss is beginning to set up a strong point at centre-half forward. An ideal mover for the centre-half forward spot. Height, weight. He's had the marking and kicking ability to really pay off today. He's got only the one goal, but he has been instrumental in 2 or 3 others. And West Adelaide...
Now to the start of the third quarter, and the Tigers have snatched the lead. In goes Craig Williams to contest the knock. Start the second half after a fiery first one. Maynard tackled by Goss as he got his kick down towards half forward. McDermott. Oh, cleverly done. Winton got it further on. This is Woodlands. Oh, not bad, but just offline. My word, they moved the ball well that time. Tigers extend their lead, though. Lead by 2 points after trailing for much of the first half.
Brendan Kennedy. Good distance. And Tony Hall. His marking has been majestic. Timing hasn't lost. Well, one might say he's regained touch very, very quickly. Second game back. Second league game for the year to the lead of Seabohm. It's beautifully dispatched. And John Seabohm has an opportunity now to kick goal number 3. On the better side for a left foot kick. An acute angle, distance not a problem. Keeping the ball low, but effective. Number 3, John Seabohm. Number 10, Glenelg. 8-point lead, 1 minute mark, third turn.
Well, I guess it may be a blessing in disguise, you never know. Seabohm started on the interchange bench. He got his opportunity when the Tigers lost 2 players in the space of 30 seconds, both Budrick and Salisbury. And he's come on and kicked 3 goals, and Tigers really need their forwards in form going into the finals. Seabohm, an integral part of the team. Williams again does well against Carey. So too does Murphy this time, though. Kernahan's kick. Hall bumped out of it. Fair mark. Burgess. By Chambers was right on the spot. Open spaces on centre wing. McKinnon and Hewitt. McKinnon has time to get around Hewitt. Not a good kick, though. Off balance as he tried to. Maynard missed it. Through goes Grosser. Good ball control. Out to Lamb. He moves well, Clayton Lamb. He's had 2 bounces within scoring distance, over the top and through the middle. Beautiful football, Clayton Lamb. His second. And West Adelaide now get their 10th goal. They're 10-8. Glenelg 10-10.
Well, that's similar sort of football to which West Adelaide have been able to produce during the first half of the game, getting away at one stage to a 26-point lead early in the second term, only to be run down in the latter part. But that was clever use of the ball. Grosser and Lamb leading lights, and now they trail by 2 points. Carey's been there all day. Tap was down to Maynard. Quick kick off the ground. Through the hands of Peter Winter. Woodlands charging through. Tag will get the free kick. Patterson, the offender. And Craig Woodlands drives into the lead of Seabohm, who's on the charge. It's again well presented. And John Seabohm starting to get a bit of zip in his leads. Just getting enough meterage to put him within distance of goal. Again, an acute angle, but that doesn't seem to worry him. 3 goals is now made 4, so that's 2 in 3 minutes in this third term for Glenelg, back to an 8-point lead.
How true it is, he really is getting some zip into his leads. He's getting more confident as the minutes in this match wear on, and he is timing his leads to perfection and holding those marks again. It's a good sign for the Tigers. So he's kicked 2 goals. Clayton Lamb's kicked 1. All of that in the first 3.5 minutes of this third term. Williams again beats Claire Carey. Hand pass goes astray. McDermott, who had the first hand pass, now the advantage rule not paid though. They've got to go back. Taken by Kernahan. Drop punt towards Hall in front. Well, spoiled from the back as Seabohm went for it. Now Winton in the pocket, going to be difficult from there. He's got some support though in Marshall. By himself, he's got time to steady. Tries to bring it back. He goes across the face of goal. And finds his teammate down there. That's Seabohm again. Gee, it's a golden touch at the moment. He's got 4. Now he's looking to pass it off, but now runs around onto the left foot. Bang! Oh, confidence must be sky high. 3 goals in less than 5 minutes by John Seabohm to start this term. I reckon the crowd don't like it.
Well, that's what they've been looking for. This man up in front to give the leads. And that time the ball centered well by Marshall, who could well have had a shot for goal. But these goals will quite easily prove rather costly for West Adelaide in the early part. They lead now by 14 points. Carey's in ruck. He's been there all day, up against Craig Williams. Tap back, defensive side looking for Maynard. They're unable to work it through. And a bounce now just ahead of centre on West Adelaide's attacking region. And Westie's needing now to regain a little poise. Gauntlet's been put at the feet. And Williams might get a free kick. Goes against Carey for holding. And Craig Williams, who has performed reasonably well. A little lack of discipline. No one standing the mark as it went in looking for Woodhall. Well, they'll get the numbers there. The bounce now inside half forward for West Adelaide. The Bloods, who had the initiative in the first term, led by 8, well, they're coming back strongly in the latter part of the second quarter to lead by 1 point. West, helped by Donovan. A chip up looking for Maynard. Cutting across his partner's Lamb. Happy to take it over for a throw in half forward left for West Adelaide.
So the Tigers lead by 14 points. 6.5 minutes gone this third term. Carey got it down nicely to McDermott. High kick up towards centre wing. Well, 2 Tigers there. 4. Back to McDermott. Runs into trouble and has it stolen. Well done, Bloods. Clayton Lamb. But not well directed. Snout McFarlane. This is West. Towards the wing. Murphy underneath it. Plenty of Bloods there. Spawn. And chipped over the top from Winter. Finds Belton. Not well directed again. Donovan. Left half back. Gives off to McFarlane. Tigers are looking better as this match wears on. They'll find judgment from the big fellow Carey. In the middle, Maynard quickly gets it on. Right half forward, there's Marshall opening the gap. Finds now Woodlands. He'll shoot. He'll shoot well. 4 goals to Woodlands. Seabohm's kicked 5. And the old team is functioning well again. The team that saw them so well through the latter part of last season. And the Tigers are looking good.
That's more the Glenelg Oval. The old-timers, McFarlane, Carey setting it up off the half-back line through the centre area. Marshall flicking it over, and excellent use of the ball. A 20-point gap in very quick time. Carey's tapped down, took it himself but couldn't get out with it. So a repeat performance at the centre circle. And Glenelg have really grabbed the initiative in this first 8 minutes of the third term. Awkward looking bounce, knocked on there by Shaw, tapped on by Belton, looking for Goss. Cleverly done, but Donovan upset the movement. McDermott, clever. Wayne Stringer to the centre wing area, looking for Brother Allen. The bounce favouring Winton. Strong body work. And the ball will be bounced between between centre wing and half forward left for Glenelg. And Coach Corlins, no doubt, appears to have found the formula at half-time. On by Williams. Head-high tackle. Paul Belden to Forster. Drives West Adelaide deep through hard forward. Carey positions. The bounce favoured him. Nice agility by the big man. West. Wayne Stringer. And Glenelg up to half forward. Not well dispatched. Whitten's there. Ball from behind. Well read Whitten. Forced on that left foot. A good screw punt, carrying a long way into the pocket. And a throw in the result, 20 metres from the left behind post.
'88 plays 68. Tigers doing it well. 23 scoring shots to 18 after a slow start. Hall has been one of the prime movers. Patterson got it out. McDermott the chance though. He gives it out to Marshall. Marshall will snap at the goals. It's just offline. 13-11 now to 10-8. Margin 21 points. Kennedy sends it towards the outer side. Good strong mark taken there by Lamb. Goes in towards the middle of the ground. Stringer from behind, but Winter held his ground. Now coming away, it was Burgess. Larkins tried to knock it on. Two Tigers there. Wayne Stringer gives it off to West. Hall runs straight into Belton. Driving on it was Winton. Well, through the legs of McFarlane. Now Stringer to McFarlane. Straight to Williams. Off quickly onto the boot. The half forward. Carey showing some speed. Well done, big time. Straight to McKinnon, though. Got Donovan to beat. And the ball out of play. Peter Carey really did put in the first 10 metres there, though. Really showed some zip. He's ageing, but he's still playing beautiful football. In there with Malcolm. And Carey earns the free kick. 89 to 68 as Carey quickly sends it off upfield. This is Woodlands on centre wing. Looks to draw the man, not sure what to do. Finally kicked it high with the left foot. Hall in front this time of his opponent Patterson. Reading it beautifully was Woodlands.
Craig Woodlands has really given them something across that half-forward line. It was a marvellous piece of agility. Kennedy's kick in. And Hall almost. Burgess pulls clear. Strength, pace. Drives West Adelaide through half-forward. Carl Herbert. Flanked by Goss. Chipping up, looking for Woodhall. And he's got it at second attempt. So to full forward. A chance now for his third goal. As the ball is whisked from one end of the ground to the other. Good football, West Adelaide. Quickly out of defence. And Dale Woodhall. Within distance. Not accuracy. West Adelaide now trail by 21 points.
4 goals to 1 so far in this quarter. It's been in progress about 13 minutes. What a kick out. Beautiful kick out. The mark taken almost in the middle of the ground by Carey. Hewitt got it further on. Grenvold, awkward one to take. Goes back to Hewitt. Oh, messing around, Tigers. Carey's there to help them out. McDermott towards half-forward left. Beautiful lead and lovely kick. So Kidney the chance. He's really added some bite to the forward line as well. It's a nice-looking kick from Kidney right to the teeth of goals. Hall! There was some pushing going on, and Hall, who took the mark, was awarded the free kick in any case. Not bad, given that the umpire ruled he was being pushed in the back. He still hugged the ball onto his chest. He has 2. This will be number 3. Tigers kicking away. 14-12 now. 96. West 10-9, 69.
Glenelg beginning to show their class, stamp their approval across this game now. They've really lifted up the work rate in the second half, coming from the experienced players, Carey, McDermott, working the ball out. Maynard beginning to find some run. Kidney, the run further in the forward line. And they're bobbing up everywhere. And the attacks are being finished off extremely well. A 27-point lead. Carey and Williams. Carey's favoured by the bounce. Knocked it away from Spawn. Marshall against the tide. Straight to Woodlands. Playing in front on Burgess, who's giving him a little bit of latitude. Alan Stringer making the play inside half forward. Time for an awkward bounce. Floats it infield. Mark Hewitt gives it back to him. Wayne Stringer gives ground straight to the opposition Spawn. Well, that wasn't good use of the ball. Spawn comes away to find Winter on the half-back line. He's run down by Hall. And a FAD upfield. Shaw, the quick chip forward. Belton now almost up to half forward. West Adelaide looking for a lift. Continue up the flank. Lead from Goss. Well-roved Lamb. Looking to go infield. Around Grenvold. Around West. Goes for goal. But has pushed it across the face and straight to Big Carey.
What a game he's having again. Kidney, oh gee, Grenvold dived in front of him. Grenvold a chance to help things out a second time. Wayne Stringer's there. Murphy. They're really getting the handball going, getting some run into their game, and they are looking pretty good. Towards half forward, Burgess. Oh, 3 grabs at it. Couldn't have had the first. Woodlands. Marshall. He's met by Mornay. Woodlands again. He's kicked a few. Ooh, across the face of goal. Larkins. Out wide. He's got McKinnon. Pretty open football. In fact, it's almost half-pace football at the moment. Spawn. Ball bouncing into open spaces and across the line at half forward. 16.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. It's been all Tigers. They lead 14-12 to 10-9. It's a margin of 27 points.
Big Malcolm in ruck now. He hasn't been called upon to do much against Carey, and that'll be an advantage later in the game. The big fellow couldn't get that one out. McDermott stole it, but couldn't get a handball. So a bounce now at half forward left for West, needing a goal to get back into this game. They trail by 27 points. Goss against Alan Stringer could well be kicking in danger. It's paid that way. And Alan Stringer takes this kick off the half-back line. Still not much breeze here. Perfect conditions prevailing. West, well down from his full back roll. Puts a high ball from half-back to half-forward. West Adelaide had the numbers up. Burgess spoil. Winton working through. Larkins almost stolen by McFarlane. A free kick to go West Adelaide's way to be taken by Larkins off the half-back line.
Well, it was a slow start for the Tigers, but it's all starting to come together. They ended up winning in a canter with 41 scoring shots to 29. Great news up front for Glenelg. Seabohm and Woodlands both kicked 6 goals. Hall kicked 3, and for West, Shane Malcolm kicked 3 goals in the best return. So after 3 losses in a row, Glenelg now back in the winning list. Let's hear now from Coach Graham Cornsey speaking with Jerry.
Graham, congratulations, a 37-point win, but no doubt you'd be looking for the recipe of the third term.
Oh, that was just a culmination of, you know, of our efforts, you know, throughout the season. It was just the game that we try and play every week started to work for us. You know, obviously the quick movement of the ball and the use of the ball was a lot better in the third quarter than it has been for a few weeks now. That was basically the recipe.
Well, the form has been down in the last 3 weeks, but well, 26 points down 8 minutes into the second term. You must have been worried.
The form hasn't been down. You know, a game against Norwood wasn't that bad. We lapsed for 10 minutes of the second quarter, and we should have won the game because we outplayed them in the last quarter. And Port Adelaide just played too well for us last week, but we weren't disgraced last week. Our form has been down a little bit, but it hasn't been disastrous or bad. We've still been at the ball and just haven't made the most of our opportunities.
Well, you must be extremely pleased with the character shown today. You lost those 2 players midway through the second term, and then to come out and produce that in the third quarter was excellent.
first term actually.
Right.
It was one of those, you know, really, you play games of football and you win games and you enjoy wins, but I thought the quality that we showed today to win that one was outstanding, because you had two guys knocked out in the first half of the first quarter. You know, a lot of teams will be intimidated by that and go toward a little bit, but I just was so pleased with the fighting qualities of our guys. They just stood up, fought for themselves, fought fire with fire, and in the end established their ascendancy. And I was just really pleased with the way they went about that. It wasn't a pleasant game because of the tenor that was set in the first quarter, but we went on and we won it the hard way, in the manner that it had to be won.
Well, the positive things, John Seabohm, 6 goals and renewed confidence.
Well, that's what he was looking for. He was looking for some good delivery of the ball, and he got it. He was looking for some accuracy with his goal shooting, and he got it. And that can only help him. But there was a lot of good individual efforts today, and they stand out. You know, Peter Carey, Chris McDermott, Marshall, Maynard, Woodlands, a couple of individual efforts of David Grenvold in the last half. But all in all, it was a good team effort. And, you know, you can't gauge just how important the win was, because, you know, Westies did have a lot of guys out injured. But we were under pressure. We had 2 early setbacks, and the win was executed extremely well as far as I'm concerned. And it's done now. We've really just got to look at next week and of course the 3 weeks after that.
Well, it's on the board and the confidence is up. Good luck in the finals.
Thanks, Gerard.
Graham Corn's very satisfied with his day's work. Now, we showed some significant passages of play there where Glenelg are looking good, but also significant was the fact that Graham Corn says that really his team's form's been pretty good all along.
Yes, when you take into consideration what they've missing since last year, and the fact that Cruz and Hodgman and Ross Gibbs are out today, and he needed Seabohm and Butterick, etc., to get back into touch. And the finals are won by tough sides with character, and they showed a lot of character today, Glenelg.
Well, one of those features again was the fact that, as you mentioned, up forward they really have had problems over the last couple of weeks. But Seabohm 6, Butterick, well, Butterick not, but Woodlands kicked 6, and also Hall 3, looking good.
Yeah, Tony Hall in particular is the one I'm impressed by, because he had a significant, major injury. He's come back so well, and he's such a brilliant and inspirational player that he can win a final.